When I played football, I always like to get the ball in a fourth down situation and just 4 seconds on the clock on the 4-yard line or something like that. It really makes you focus in on what you're trying to do, and you don't want to let anybody down.
Football was Shawn Ray's first love, and he would eventually be the best running back in the history of El Dorado High School in Placentia, California, a local football powerhouse. While weight training as a high school sophomore, he met two-time Mr. Universe, John Brown, who quickly convinced young Shawn that his potential in bodybuilding was just as great as the gridiron. 1987 was to be Ray's landmark year. At this point, he was a student at California State University at Fullerton, focusing as much on business and sociology as he was on his workouts. His priorities began to shift in May when he won the prestigious California Championship, a victory that put him in a position to contemplate greater things. Shawn made the decision to travel to Atlantic City, New Jersey in October of '87 for the NPC National Championship. Only 21 years old, this was the first time he would venture into the toughest amateur contest in the country.
I'm kind of like a little kid in a candy store. I'm thrilled to be here competing against old veterans like these guys. And then number two, the reality of possibly knocking them off and moving on right by them in 1 year. This is where I'm at. So if I can do what I came here to do, I just really would be thrilled. It's not teenage anymore, which I was accustomed to competing in, which is confined to a certain category of people. This is anybody and everybody, and the best of the best.
Although he became a professional on his first attempt, Ray's pro career didn't begin as he had hoped due to the strain of traveling to numerous guest posings, an injury, and a suspension from competition in 1989. But Ray soon put his personal and training problems behind. He trained at the Gold's Gym in Placentia, California, and many times benefited with his partner, Troy Zuccarotto, who would himself go on to become national champion in 1989.
He's back. Mr. Shawn Ray.
In February 1990, Ray re-entered competition and won the first Ironman Pro Invitational. But disaster struck Ray just a week later when he failed a drug test at the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic. IFBB officials stripped Ray of his title and the $60,000 purse. Rather than sulk, Ray concentrated on redemption and winning the first drug-tested Mr. Olympia in 1990.
Ohio for myself was a learning experience. This time around, I think they're taking only the major precaution of getting the drug testing back prior to the contest, which is a major step to stay safe for a lot of the athletes and for the promoters as well.
Shawn also began a familiar refrain, that his destiny was nothing less than to upset Lee Haney's dominance of the Mr. Olympia crown.
Records are made to be broken, but I mean, the one that is a spoiler usually is the one that's the most remembered. They'll forget about Lee Haney winning the Olympia 6 times in a row if he happens to get beaten by this year's underdog. I'm that underdog.
Ray came close to fulfilling his prediction with a third-place finish. He had trained harder than ever before and seemed confident that this would be the year. After careful consideration, he mapped out a game plan for victory in Helsinki. Once more, the young man with great potential, God-given shape, size, and symmetry has put his reputation on the line in the pursuit of that elusive Sando trophy.